Yo, what's going on, people? It's Chase. Today we will talk about, is the market dead or alive? We'll cover some of your favorite alts. We'll look at Bitcoin. We'll look at ETH. Probably going to be a little more short form. This is not the state of things video. This is sort of just something to hold you over, just to give you my thoughts on what's coming. More market analysis related content. And I just want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Ciscoin. We appreciate them. Check them out on Twitter at Ciscoin. All right, let's get right into it. So, as you guys know, I use ES as my framework to build my thought process and whatnot. Somewhere in here, I said that we were going to run liquidity, which we did. I did think we were going to go a tad bit higher. We didn't hit fully, but I told you guys I was getting into those SPY puts. Played them all the way into 440. Played out exactly as I thought. The framework, is key. If you have the framework down, then you can work around anything else, pretty much. But the thing is too is that when you're talking about ES framework and you're saying, okay, well, you think ES is going to go up, oh well, Bitcoin should go up too. But crypto's been just relatively weak lately. So if I've been trying to play bounces on ES, I just play SPY calls, it's the same in the other way. So for the most part, I've been keeping an eye more on ES and stocks lately, but we will talk about everything else as well. So I said that we'd test this level thoroughly, and so far that's what we're doing. I think come Sunday, tomorrow night, it is possible that we simply just open and we go a little higher. I do think that's possible. We could see a pretty clean level right here, right? We have, origin of up move here, support, forms of supply here, retests, rejects. Okay, so this would be our resistance level right around 451. Now, what I would like to see is I'd like to see a little scare. Monday morning, like I said, I tend to believe I'm not going to get it. You don't always get what you want, right? But optimally, and what would give me a good trigger is some kind of push through here. And at this point, I think I would buy some quick calls into here, targeting like 450. Maybe you go 440, 5, a little more conservative. And then you can, close half here, close the other half here, something like that. But overall, I'd like to see a little bit of panic. That would be cool. A little bit of panic, and then reclaim and boom. And obviously you don't ever get the perfect retest, but if you do push below here and you reclaim into here, you can be, in my opinion, pretty sure that we're going back towards this area here. So that would be my play. Okay, so that's the framework, right? In my opinion, we are going to see some kind of a bit of a rally coming into this coming week. Timing that rally is going to be a little difficult. And then I ultimately think that rally gets stopped fairly quickly. I think it's a short-term rally. And then I think we start trending downwards as we get closer to the May FOMC. And we might just be getting chop. If I had to go up my gut, I say we push into here, we retest this, we break down, chop in here for a bit, and then we'll have to see where we go from there. But that would be my idea. You probably sweep this, do something like that, and then maybe even you go lower, something of that nature. But yeah, so that's the framework for now. Short term, bit bullish, looking for a bit of a rally, but nothing special, nothing crazy, right? We're not going that high. Short-term rally, and then break down into FOMC May, probably pre-sell off into the FOMC, and then from there we will have to see. I think a lot of it, goes to the macro and what's going on there, and we'll have to see. Okay, let's move on to alts. Take a sip of water. All right. Bitcoin. Okay. So, Bitcoin, origin of this rally, right? We come down and provide support. We break down through it, but it doesn't flip to resistance. This is how we know we're just seeing chop right now, right? So, doesn't provide resistance, pushes right through, nor does it provide support. It's just a level of chop. So until we get a meaningful break of supply, this is the supply that matters, not this, right? Not this level here, because this level's chop. It's not support, it's not resistance, it's just chop. This is the supply that matters. This is the support that matters. Support flipped into resistance, which flipped back into support. So until then, we're ranging in here. If things go as I expect, then this trend line holds, and following the ES framework, little rally, little breakdown, pre-FOMC, chop in here for a bit. Okay, that's the Bitcoin plan. Pretty simple. ETH, origin of rally, resistance, origin of rally, resistance, deviation. You have resistance here, resistance here, and support here that sends this upwards, right, from right in here. And then you can see that serves as resistance here, breaks you down, comes up, deviates, and we're in the range for now. Nothing special to say about ETH whatsoever. Near. Okay, near, you have your old highs over here, and you have your high here, and then this is the origin of the up move here, right, that makes this high. That basically pushes you up. Either way, it doesn't matter if it makes a high or not, but this is what pushes you up the support level. Resistance flips into support, and this is sort of what's forming your range right now, right? You have a little range in here. There we go. And so, big deviation, right? And then you push out. Now the question is, does near come down and hold this area right here, right? Oh no, I messed up my thing. Is that how I had it? Oh, that's gonna mess with me. I can check on a different one. Oh, okay, I had it like this. Good. Okay. Question is, does it come down and hold this? It's possible, but I don't really think there's enough momentum in this market for it to, start legging to new highs or anything. So I think probably what's going to happen is it comes down, you get something, people, try to buy the flip, break down, play the range. Again, I think you're starting to see an overall trend is that it's probably going to be a bit of a boring summer. That's why they say sell in May and walk away. It worked last year. Not sure if it's going to work again this year, but that's how things get in the summertime. I feel like I feel like a lot of the big players step away. Volatility dries up. It just gets a lot more quiet, and that's pretty much what I'm preparing for now. That's why I told you guys I was tightening up all my funds and whatnot. I made tweets about that, how I wasn't looking to have any type of loose ends, so to say. Like, I don't want funds on random digibit exchange or anything, because who knows how the next year goes. If there's eventually some type of a black swan event from keep raising the rates, I don't necessarily think there's gonna be. I think there'll be some type of capitulation, although I don't think it's like black swan-esque. But you never know. It's always better safe than sorry. That's how I've basically played this crypto thing since the very start. Is just safe. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So that's what I've been doing. So yeah, like I said, I think it comes down. Maybe you get a little bounce. Probably breaks down, goes back into the range. Luna, origin of up move, previous resistance, right? So previous resistance flips into support. Resistance flips to support. Origin of up move. Once again, comes back down, chops the level a bit, but again, the origin of the up move and the previous resistance serves again, sends you back up. You also have a bit of a trend line going here that we can see, something like that. Yeah, there you go. Tap, 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 tap. I suppose Luna probably comes down, it probably taps the trend, maybe a little something like that, maybe up. Other side of the range, this is where you buy and you hold until the next bull run, something of that nature. That'll be my plan, and that is if these L1s are still favored and people are still interested in them, because a lot of the times you'll see people who talked about 2018 coins, 2017 coins. Oh, you wait for the accumulation, oh, then it's gonna go to the moon. But all it did was it had a bull run, it came down, and it hasn't recovered since. So keep in mind that you want to make sure these coins are still being talked about, people are still interested in them, and if so, you should get that decent bounce. And you can see that on stuff like ETH and Bitcoin on the long-term charts. As long as there's interest around the coin and people are still talking about them, and they're sort of not necessarily the center of crypto, but they're still very involved in crypto. Going for like a medium to longer term play is sometimes okay if the market's going to come back around. FTM, just a big downtrend here. Old resistance, pushes through. Origin of this up move. Hasn't even tested this again yet, but probably tests it. Maybe a little fake breakout. Boom, and back down to here again. That's where you look to buy. If you're a FTM fan, if it falls out of favor, then who knows. Sol, again, you're starting to see a trend here with these alts, right? Choppy, choppy, choppy. Who knows how long it takes? Eventual capitulation. This one might even go a little bit lower just because that level's like so close. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's from here. That could be your bid one if you're looking at spot, right? If you're playing leverage, then you're going to get fucked here. But, that might be your bid one. This might be your bid two. Something of that nature. Definitely shouldn't be leverage trading or leverage buying or anything for longer term holds. That makes no sense. Stick with the spot. Stay safe. Especially when you get big down moves and the percentages really start to rack up. You'll be liquidated, way before you thought you were going to be when the prices really start to get low. So the moves to liquidation become much smaller. And the coin that is sponsoring this stream, or this isn't a stream, this is a video, which is Ciscoin. Okay, so my opinion on this is, and again, as always, I told you guys, I get sponsored by these guys, but doesn't change my technical analysis whatsoever. If I think it's going to be shit, I'll tell you it's going to be shit. And that's it. You can either trust me on that or not. I think you guys know long enough. I've given you guys a couple Ciscoin plays, and I'm pretty sure like 3 or 4 of them out of 5 all went to profit. And that's it. That's all I can say. They're just simple trades like anything else. You can follow them, you can not follow them. Make sure you get your own financial advice somewhere. I'm just giving you my opinions. Okay. Origin of the up move comes down. We could see confirmation of that right here, right? Support, breaks down, flips into resistance, deviation. Now we're having a bit of a ascending triangle here into this previous resistance. What do I think? I think it plays along the same trend that I discussed with ES, BTC, and a lot of these other alts. You might get a bit of a bounce here. This is your new supply here. So if it flipped this new supply, right, if it flipped it, then you might get a little more up towards this liquidity here. But more likely, in my opinion, is just a bit of ranging. Potentially break down and retest these lows. And again, if you're interested in this coin, that is where you'd be a buyer. And then you'd look for that there and that there. Liquidity, supply, okay? And that's how I'd play it. AVAX. I'm pretty sure AVAX looks like choppy shit. I looked at some of these before I made the video. It looks choppy, looks shitty. In my opinion, I'm not interested until this area here. Right around like 35 to 40 bucks. I'm not sure why it looks choppier than other alts. I'm not sure if that has to do something with, institutions more involved in the PA or what the situation is there. But you could just see, look at these levels, right? Like you have your resistance level here, origin of up, support, and then it just starts chopping the shit out of the level. So I have no interest in this coin at the moment. I'll be interested when it comes down to here. Like I said, like everything else, I think, whether you get a short term, who knows, and eventually re-enter the range, chop the range, and your capitulation area is into here, in my opinion, and that would be if you're a big AVAX believer, that's where you're a buyer and you're holding. Okay. What else do I have to say? Let's think real quick. As far as the weekly videos go, I've been working on, talking deals with new sponsors and whatnot and exchanges. Taking a little breather, honestly. The markets haven't been very active. I don't think you've been missing too much. If you just like to hear me talk, I do appreciate you. If you're looking for the state of things, and I'll talk about all crypto Twitter and all these different crazy things that have been going on, that's coming soon. I just, I need more topics, need more things to talk and, think about, and more shit to talk, more rants to do, all that. All right, so if these videos are helpful, as always, please retweet the tweet. That helps me a lot. Comment, give me your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in as always, and I will talk to you guys again soon. All right, peace out.